選手の試合前インタビューを始めたいと思います。まずはオフィシャルから質問させていただきます。お願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。それでは大会まであと2日となりましたが、現在の心境を教えてください。
So you're 2 days out of the fight. How do you feel currently?
Currently, I feel great. I'm so excited being here in Japan. It's just like a dream come true, you know. So it's almost like a dream. I have to pinch myself to wake up every morning.
体調絶好調です。とにかく今日本に入れていることに対してすごく興奮をしていて、まさに夢が叶ったような感覚でいますので、本当に毎日朝起きて自分のほっぺたをつねって、これは夢じゃないんだっていう、現実なんだっていうのを再確認する日々を、過ごしています。
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは改めて対戦相手の印象を教えてください。
Could you tell us your impression of your opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited because we have similar styles. We're going to both come to the center of the ring, and we're going to give the fans and the audience a very exciting performance. You know, we're both offensive. We're both going to go out there and look for the kill, and we're going to see whose soul breaks first.
非常に似たスタイルの選手だと思うので楽しみにしています。で、2人とも多分、リングの中央で戦って、攻撃的なスタイルで、両方お互いにフィニッシュを狙っていると思いますので、どちらが勝つかわかりませんが、そう面白い試合になると思います。
ありがとうございます。ご自身でその試合の展開はどういうふうになるとイメージしているか、少し教えていただけますか？
So what kind of image do you have for the match? What kind of match do you think it will be?
The image that I have for the match that I've painted over and over in my head is a war, a literal war. This guy comes and he comes forward and he has a very aggressive offense. And so do I. And that makes a very entertaining fight because when you have two fighters, two warriors that want to come and do battle on a battlefield that is known to have great battles, you're in for an exciting treat for the fans. We're going to come and going to continue to press forward, continue to push offense until one man's will breaks the others, and then you will see the guy that is breaking their will continue to push forward and win the match.
自分の頭の中では戦争だというふうに思っています。とにかく戦いです。お互い、前に出てきて攻撃的な試合をすると。そういった見ていても非常に面白い試合になるかと思います。で、お互いとにかくぶつかり合って気持ちが先に来れた方が負けると思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは海外メディアの方にお願いいたします。
Mike Pendleton.
Juan, first and foremost, really excited for you, to get this opportunity. I got to say, no one fires me up for a fight talking about, the sport like you do. Everyone knows, it's promotion versus promotion. Some fighters will say, it's for the legacy and the history of it all. But more than that, it's not just something on your record. It's something where Juan Archuleta is now known globally. Not that you weren't already, but, when the calendar turns to 2023 here in the States, there will be such a historic fight on your resume. So with that being said, what does that mean to you globally, legacy-wise, and just overall when you look back 20 years from now? Not that I want you to ever stop fighting, but it'll mean so much more.
今回団体対団体の戦いでありますけども、そういったことがあなたの世界的な活躍に当然結びついていくようなものだと思いますけども、この対抗戦が終わって、あなたはファンアーチャレッターとして、世界的に、展開していくという上でどういった意味のある試合になると思いますでしょうか。
It's one thing making history and being on a card that's fighting promotion against promotion, Bellator versus RIZIN, and then it's a whole nother stage when you bring it to RIZIN on New Year's Eve, where MMA had first started here in Japan, and to be able to cement my name into the legacy books, into the history books of saying Juan Archuleta came and took away the show that was made for certain fighters, but everyone remembered Sucho Kim and Juan Archuleta's fight overall. That's what we're pushing for. That's where I'm excited about, because the ones that came before me, the Shogun who was the Dan Hendersons, the Mentor brothers, the, Genki Sudo, you got Kid Yamamoto, you know, this is the land of enrichment for mixed martial arts. And so I'm very honored, very excited, I'm so thrilled about being able to perform here. And now to come here and do it, to mark history, promotion against promotion, Bellator versus RIZIN's best, Bellator's best, you're coming in, we're gonna go headstrong, 5 versus 5. I mean, if that doesn't fire you up, you got to go home because this stage isn't made for you.
非常に歴史的なイベントに団体ということで、歴史的なイベントになると思いますし、そういったことに参加できるのは非常に光栄に思います。で、またそれがライジンの大晦日というさらなる大舞台で行われるということで、この勝者がファン・アーチュレッタであるということで、世界にその名を、自分の名を届かせたいというふうに思っています。で、また日本で言いますと、須藤元気選手とか山本キッド選手といった、やはりそういった選手を輩出していますので、そういったところで戦えるというのは本当に素晴らしいことだと思いますし、とにかくベラトール対ライジンのベストがぶつかり合う素晴らしい大会になるというふうに思います。
We'll go to Ken.
K. Williams for Ken Chronicles Media. You know, Juan, you're no doubt a seasoned wrestler, as we all know, but today I read in an Asian MMA article where your opponent stated, Archuleta is very agile with excellent wrestling, but he leaves himself open for headshots, and I will attack him from various angles. I will put on the show. What are your words when it comes to that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I want to come here and fight different fighters from all over the world, is because I'm like a jaguar. I'll go in and I'll create chaos. And then I'll come back out and still control the situation. And then again, create chaos. And then again, control the situation. I thrive in chaos. I thrive in being able to be in that fight. And so I hope this guy brings something new to me and that he's going to come forward and just create offense where my offense comes, because now you're going to see two agile cats go at it. And nothing's more exciting than watching two cats, feline cats, go at it, or just real war happen, and agility and speed and things that happen so fast, the flips, the tumbles, and everything that's going on. And that's what this fight's going to remind me of. So I've been training for that. I'm ready for that. And, I hope he's fast enough to keep up with me. And I hope he has the endurance to keep up with me, because it's going to be a long fucking 15 minutes for him.
Thank you for your time.
あなたはレスリング出身で非常に機動力とかあるかと思いますが、対戦相手のコメントとして、隙があるのでそこをついていきたいというふうなことを言っています。それに対してあなたのコメントはどういったものになりますでしょうか。で、回答としましては、自分はもうジャガーのように動いてカオスを起こして、そして起こした後に自分がそれをきっちりとまたコントロールする。それの繰り返しでそういった展開になるというふうに思います。で、また、お互い機敏な動き、そして、非常にスピードを持った動きになると思うので、ただ、相手が自分についてこれるか、それだけのスピード、そして長くついてくるスタミナがあるかということが問題になるかと思います。で、とにかく彼にとっても長い15分間にしたいというふうに思っています。
Go to Jay Anderson.
Thanks very much. And Juan, obviously there are some differences here between a regular fight under the unified rules and what you're going to experience this weekend. I'm curious as to the environment. Did you do any rounds in a ring as opposed to a cage to prepare for this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely you do rounds to try to make yourself familiar as possible. But at the end of the day, a fight's a fight. Look at this whole promotion got set up. This whole event got set up because we got hand selected. You got fighters that Scott Coker, out of his whole roster, selected 5 fighters that he knew can come to any fighting arena and fight against anyone's rules that were thrown at them. We are hand selected by the emperor. This goes back into my ancestor days where, in the Mesoamerica, there were certain warriors that were selected to go out there after tribes to capture humans and make human sacrifices, and those were called Jaguar warriors. And that's what I feel like I am right now. I feel like I'm a Jaguar warrior, hand selected by the emperor to go and capture an opponent for him, capture someone's soul and bring it to his table. And that's how I feel this fight's going to happen. I got to go in there. I got to be fast. I got to be quick. I got to be agile. It doesn't matter the terrain. It doesn't matter who I'm performing in front of. I have one job to do, and that's go and capture this guy's soul. And so I'm going to put on the uniform to go out there and perform for my organization, and that's Bellator.
質問としましては、統一ルールとの違いですとか、リング上でのトレーニングといった準備、どのようにやってきましたでしょうかと。もちろん、回答としましては、もちろん、リングでのトレーニングもやってはいますけども、戦いは戦いです。本当にそういう、戦いに違いはないというふうに思っています。で、今回、スコット・コーガ会長が選んだ5人、どんなことにも対応できる5人の中の一人として選ばれたと思いますので、自分の気持ちとしては、皇帝に選ばれたジャガーの選手であるというふうに思っています。で、どういった環境であろうが、自分としては戦うだけですし、こういったところでも自分の良さを見せたいというふうに思っています。
You sound more than ready to create a memory here at this historic event. And you also mentioned some of the greats of Japanese MMA. You mentioned Genki Sudo, and I'm wondering, do you have a favorite memory from Japanese MMA, be it Pride or anywhere else that inspires you?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many fights that I've continued to watch. I mean, Kid Yamamoto's flying knee knockouts by far. I mean, they erupt in arenas, you know, and Dan Henderson and Shogun Wanderlei Silva's fights. I mean, Krokop, you got, I mean, I don't have a favorite. It's just like, there's so many good memory fights here, but I tell you what's going to be my favorite is going to be when I come here and I put on a performance and me and Sucho Kim lay everything out on the line for our fans and for the promotion to show who truly is the best.
質問としましては、日本の MMA で、印象に残っている試合などありますでしょうかと。答えとしましては、当然、山本キッド選手とか、ダン・ヘンダーソン、バンダレイ・シューバー、ミルボ・クロボックスといった選手が日本で戦っている映像はもう何回も見ていますし、そういった中で一番選ぶのは、難しいんですけども、自分としては今回のキム選手との試合が一番になるというふうに思っていますので、そのように戦いたいと思います。
Thanks, Juan. Best of luck.
Go to Ed.
Juan, I don't remember the last time I've seen you this fired up. Come to think of it, I think it was in 2019 when you picked up a knockout victory in New York, and you looked over your left shoulder and asked Coker that she said you wanted to come to Japan and fight. And a couple years later, here you are, ready to go. So can you just talk about how are you keeping yourself focused, because it almost looks like you're ready to jump out of the chair right now. So how are you keeping yourself focused and ready for New Year's Eve?
To keep myself focused, I have to, like I said, rub my ear a little bit, right, woosah, and kind of wake myself up and know that I'm 2 days away, 2 days away from making history and 2 days away from really performing in front of the fans that are here. I've been able to really dive deep into the culture, go into Ome farms and be welcomed by people, for them to home cook me meals and bring meals that were organic and part of my diet, because it's very hard here in the city to find very healthy food for the people around here. So going to farmers markets and making sure you're going out and exploring and making sure you can stay up on your diet and finding the people. Here, Japanese love is, their culture is food. They have so much food here, and that's their love language, similar to the Hispanic culture. And so I'm very honored, and that's what kind of helps me keep me at ease and remember what I'm doing this for. It's for the people. It's for the people here in Japan, and that's why I've been wanting to come here and fight throughout my whole career, is because I knew what this culture was going to bring and what it was going to instill into my bloodline. It's been in my DNA since day one. I know that my ancestors have fought and killed and got wounded for me to be here, and I got to pay homage back to that. and the land of the rising sun, where the Bushido code is still real here. The Bushido code still carries strong. You just have to go and find it, and the spirit will take you there. And I'm very honored that it has chosen me to take me to certain places to experience different cultures. And even bringing my kids, they got to experience it as well. And so that's what kind of keeps me at ease and kind of keeps me level until fight night comes.
質問としましては、2019年に KO 勝ちした後にスコット・コーカー会長と話していて、今度いつでも日本に行くぞというようなことを言われたかと思うんですけども、それが実際現実となって、今見てるだけでも、いつでももうこれからでもすぐに戦えるような様子が伺えるんですけども、どのようにして、気持ちをつけて実際に、試合に向かって集中しているのでしょうか。で回答としましては、やはり日本の文化に触れることだと思います。で、都会から出てって、農家を訪れたりして、でそこで、オーガニックな料理とか、いろいろと提供してもらったりしたんですけども、そういったことも含めて、私としては日本の人々のために戦いたいという気持ちがありますし、戦いというものは自分のDNA に刷り込まれているものです。で、ここ、非イズル国で武士道は生き続けていると思いますし、そういった精神、文化にも触れながら、試合に向けて集中していきたいというふうに考えています。
Andrew? Hey Juan, quick question for you. So I remember a few years ago, I think it was around 2019, you had called out another RIZIN fighter, Mikuru Asakura. I'm curious to know, you win this fight, would you be interested in potentially fighting him, considering that he is probably, I would definitely say, the most popular fighter in all of RIZIN currently?
Yeah, I mean, I got a big task at hand here. Sucho Kim is one of the best fighters in the world. He had the 1FC belt, Road FC belt. And so to get through this test first and show how well I could perform here and then continue my global dominance, that's definitely what I want to do. Asakura didn't want the fight before. I doubt that he would want the fight after he sees me perform live. And but if he's willing to accept defeat here in his hometown, in his home country by my hands, then I am more than willing to take that and run with it. I'm here for Japan. I'm here to perform, and for myself most importantly, but to build new fans and give these guys the experience of a lifetime.
質問としましては、2019年ぐらいだったと思いますけども、あなたが桜見福選手に対して、戦いたいといったような言葉を発したかと思うんですけども、実際この後、今後朝倉選手との機会というふうなのは引き続き望んでいくものでしょうかと。で、答えとしましては、確かにそうです。ただ、その前に、キム・スーチョウ選手という素晴らしい選手を撃破して、世界にやはり自分の名前を知らしめたいというふうに思っていますし、朝倉選手としては、前回私を避けたかと思うんですけども、今回の試合を見るともっと私と戦いたくなくなるような気持ちになるのではないかというふうに思っています。
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは矢吹さんお願いします。
はい、それでは、実況の高橋アナお願いできますでしょうか。
はい、当日実況を担当いたします高橋です。よろしくお願いいたします。まず確認なんですが、リングで戦うのは今回が初めてということでよろしいでしょうか。
I'd like to check with you. Is this the first time fighting in a ring?
No, I've fought in rings before, and then I've practiced in them a lot because back in my early career, when I was fighting with King of the Cage, I thought I was coming to Japan to fight. I called out Kron Gracie. I've tried to fight a couple other fighters that fought for RIZIN, but never came to fruition. But look at the battlefield don't matter. I'm here to fight. If it was in the street, whether it was in a house, whether it was in a car, whether it was in a cage, it doesn't matter. I'm here to fight.
以前でもリングで戦ったことありますし、練習もたくさん積んできました。で、 キャリアの当初、キングオブザケージに出場していた時に、日本に来て、リングで戦うというような機会もあったんですけども、ちょっと残念ながらそれは実らなかったんですが、場所がどこであろうが、街中であろうが、家の中であろうが、リングであろうが、自分としては関係ないものだというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございます。入場の時につけている兜はどんな思いでいつから着用していますか？
So the helmet or the kabuto, the warrior's helmet you wear, since when have you been wearing that?
So my fight name is a Spaniard. One of my coaches had received that name, had gifted me that name, and I'm half Spanish and half Native American, and so I have cultural roots. So with them calling me the Spaniard, I decided to get it from Spain and wear it, and that was in 2018, I believe.
私のニックネームがスパニアードというものなんですけども、私の中にはスペインと、そしてアメリカのネイティブアメリカンの血が流れています。で、そういった意味もあって、スペインから取り寄せたものなんですけども、これは2018年からつけ始めているものです。
ありがとうございます。ドラゴンボールを見て育ったと以前コメントがありましたが、好きなキャラクターいたら教えてください。
So you've mentioned in the past you've grown up watching Dragon Ball. What's your favorite character?
Oh man. Again, it's hard to pick your favorite character. It's like each episode you have a new favorite character because of the way the show is brought in. But I really like Go Tanks when they infused together. That was really cool. And I seen it the first time. I was like, me and my friends always thought like we could infuse together and create powers and be able to wrestle in a wrestling match together. And we always thought it would be cool and try it, but it never worked. So, but yeah, I think Go Tanks, was awesome because of the Majin Buu fights, and it was just an amazing show. But I think from the original Dragon Ball Z, it definitely has to be Goku, right? Like that was a hard worker that always was persistent with hard work, trained his butt off, and that's who I am. I'm a guy that goes out there and trains his butt off, and every day I'm in the gym. Every day I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to better my family, better the people around me, explore new cultures, and just travel and follow the real martial arts code, and that is to help those around you and experience different cultures and learn new ways and bring it all together and then pass it down to the next generation.
キャラとしては、5点ですか。が好きで、彼と一緒にレスリングとかでいろいろと一緒になって戦いたいなというふうに思ってたりしたこともありました。で、オリジナルのキャラとしては悟空やはり悟空なんですけども、やはり彼としてはやっぱり努力を積んで、非常にハードなトレーニングを自分に課して、それをこなしていっているという姿が自分としてはとても印象的なので、やはり彼の名を挙げざるを得ないかと思います。で、また、いろんなそういった中で、文化ですとか、いったものも取り入れたりしていって、私としてもそういったことをしていっていますので、非常にそういった面では勉強になったりしています。
ありがとうございます。ラストにもいっぺんに聞いていただきたいと思います。以前コメントで15分間地獄に対する準備をしておけと、キム・スーチョロ選手にコメントがあったと思います。これは地獄を見せるという意味なのか、それとも自分も地獄の戦いに身を投じる覚悟があるという意味なのか。そしてあなたにとって戦うとはどんなことか、これを聞いていただければと思います。
So I heard you previously mention something sort of like, you're going to show Sucho 15 minutes of hell. Does that mean that he's going to see hell, or are you going to put yourself into hell also? And what kind of hell fight do you think it will be?
Listen, I'm willing to go to the deepest depths of hell to get a victory, and that's dragging him with me. I know where my conditioning is. I know how hard I could push my body. I know where I could take myself mentally, physically, and spiritually to get a victory. I don't think he does. I don't think he understands why I train so hard, why I wake up day in and day out to be so diligent in my work that it shows in my performances. I'm going to drag him with me, and I'm going to pull him down as much as I can, all the way down to hell. And if I have to go with him to get this victory, I will.
私としては地獄の底まで彼を引きずり込んで、戦って勝つという覚悟はできています。勝つための精神、努力といったものが私にはありますが、彼にはそういったものは備わっていないというふうに考えています。とにかく彼を地獄の底まで引きずり込んで、そして自分もそこの中に飛び込んで、戦って勝ちたいというふうに思っています。
なるほど。はい。あと、戦うということ、どんなことなんでしょうか、あなたにとって。戦うということ、どんな意味があるんでしょうか。
So, what is fighting for you? What does it mean to you?
Fighting is an expression. It's a way of life. You don't choose fighting. Fighting chooses you. You don't choose to be a samurai. The samurai life chooses you. And so, for me, I never had a choice. It came up every day for me. And every day I was surrounded by fighting. Every day I was training to fight. Every day I was fighting to live. And so fighting was in my DNA from my ancestors from the beginning of time. And then I'm going to continue to carry that to now and pass that down to my generation. Fighting is a way of life for me. And it's an expression that I have. It's the way to show all these people around me that view my fighting who I am. You know, MMA road, a martial artist road will always be a rounded road because you never know where it's going to take you. It's going to never be a straight road ahead. And that's why we fight so hard for every MMA fighter, is because the roads, the bumps, the bruises, the agony, the tyranny, the hills you have to climb and go up and through, it's very tedious. It's very hard. And I don't wish it upon anyone. And that's why fighting chooses you, because it's not meant for everyone. People could talk about it, people could write about it, people could think they know what we're in there doing, but until you really travel with me and come with me and see what I do, you won't know.
自分の戦いというのは自分の表現方法の一つであると思います。で、また自分が戦いを選ぶというのではなく、戦いに自分が選ばれるというものだというふうにも思っています。私としては戦いの中で生きてきました。毎日が戦いでした。人生の一部であります。で、また戦いというものは自分が何であるかということを証明するためのものであります。で、総合格闘技は非常に険しい道ですけども、誰にもできるものではありません。そういった意味でもやはり自分が戦いに選ばれるということになるのかというふうに思います。
ありがとうございます。以上です。
はい、それでは、オリコンさんお願いします。オリコンニュースの五十嵐と申します。来日してからですね、アーチュレッタ選手、日本のいろんなところに行ってる動画を、インスタにアップされてますけれども、一番印象的だった日本の場所、教えていただけますでしょうか。
So since you've come to Japan, we've seen videos that you posted on Instagram, going many to various places in Japan. Which was the most interesting or most memorable place that you've seen so far?
So far for me, it's been Ome Farms, experiencing a real Japanese barbecue. We ate boar, we ate couscous, we ate homegrown vegetables and regenerative soil, and that's my type of lifestyle. I'm a farmer, I have a farm, and so to be able to see the farm and the culture that some of these farmers outside of Tokyo, how they raise their food is very similar to how we raise our food in California, my family and I. So to experience, and I'm also a hunter as well, so to be able to eat a harvest boar that was harvested that Friday, cook it, eat it, and then being sent home to me, it was amazing. That's something that my kids and I will never forget. And you don't understand culture until you really eat the food from the nation that's here, because you're giving back to I'm not living on the land, I'm living with the land. And that's very important for my culture and the Native American community, because we don't take away from the land what we don't need. We only take what we need and give back. So to see the way that they live and see that here in Japan I will always remember it in my heart, and it was like a warm hug when it's very cold outside, and that's what it felt like.
自分としては、農家を訪れて、そこで、自然食とかをごちそうになったことだと思い、ことが印象に残っています。で、イノシシを食べたり、自分としても農家でもありますし、ハンターでもありますので、イノシシを捕らえて、調理して食べたといったような経験が自分としては印象に残っています。で、また、自分の考えとしては、その土地に住んでいるというのではなく、その土地と共存しているというふうな考え方を持っていますので、そういった面でも、日本でもそういう姿が見られて、非常に自分としてはそういったことが印象に残っています。
もう一つお伺いします。試合が終わって体のダメージが少なかった場合、日本で行ってみたいところは他にありますでしょうか？
Is there any other place you would like to go after your match?
Yes, I'm here till actually. I'm scheduled to leave January 16th, but I might even move it back farther because I want to experience more of the Japanese culture. And I didn't come here with the schedule. I came here to talk to people and understand where's the best place to visit in Japan. Where are some things that I could teach my kids at a very young age that, look, you don't have to be confined to one country, that you could travel around the world, and people are just people, and they want to be able to communicate and love one another and be able to share things. That's what life truly is about, is education from one culture to the other, to show we are all human and we can all come together and really take away the power from the government that we don't need. Right? We don't need the government to rely on. All we need is one another. And that's what I want to show my kids at a very young age. When you come to a different country and you show someone the respect that you want to be shown, you treat people how you want to be treated, that is true love. And so that's what I want to experience while I'm here in Japan and have experienced. So I would like to experience that more after this fight. Right now, I'm kind of a little gritty. I'm ready to fight. But after that, right, I want to experience love. I want to go experience real Japanese culture, whether that's hunting, snowboarding, fishing, eating, and telling stories. That's what I want to do.
自分としては、1月16日に帰国する予定ではあるんですけども、場合によってはもっと遅らせてもいいかというふうに思っています。で、そういった中で、特にガチガチにスケジュールを決めるというのではなく、日本のどこを見に行けばいいかというのを聞きながら人々と触れ合ったり、で、また、子供たちにもやっぱりいろんなところを見せて歩きたいと思いますし、日本の教育や文化といったものがどれほど大切かというのをいろいろと知ってもらいたいというふうに思っています。で、また、お互いにそういった交流する中でお互いに支え合っていくということができれば本当に素晴らしいことだと思います。ただ今は気持ちとしては本当に戦いに向けて戦いたいという一心なんですけども、その後は真の日本文化に触れたいと思いますし、子どもたちにも触れてもらいたいというふうに考えています。
はい、それでは最後に上野さんに一言だけお願いします。
Welcome to Japan, Juan Archuleta. You always bring a fire in your fights in Bellator, and for a long time you asked a shot in RIZIN, that it finally happened. How this motivated you to bring once again your life, your fighting style, especially your knockouts here in the RIZIN ring?
ベラトルではいつも火花散るような戦いを見せてくれていますけども、今回日本で戦う機会があるということで、日本ではどのような戦いを見せてくれるでしょうか。
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I've always wanted to come to Japan to fight was because Japan really understands mixed martial arts. They don't just understand stand up, punch each other until someone gets knocked out. Yeah, it's fun and exciting, but to take someone down, to show a true complexity of mixed martial arts, where you can have wrestling, aikido, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, You have all these martial arts and you're ended up blending them together. That's what Japanese culture really loves. And they clap, they're excited to see the takedowns, they're excited to see the wrestling, the judo throws, the submission attempts, the getting out of submissions. And I feel like that is my game. I've done it for years and I continue to do it for years. That finishing a fight's gonna happen, right? And if it happens, it happens. But no one could always put on 15 minutes of offense. I know I'm that person that can. I could go forward and not worry about making a mistake because I can get out of those mistakes. And it's not a mistake because that opponent's good as well. You're fighting the very best of that opponent that night. And so I want to bring a performance. I don't want to bring a knockout, a submission that was just, oh, I caught him. If it happens, it happens. That's martial arts. I want to show Japanese fans real mixed martial arts, the blend of everything together, and show them who I truly am as a martial artist. And that's what I'm excited to do on New Year's Eve on RIZIN versus Bellator. It's going to be amazing, I promise.
日本では、での戦いとしてはミックスドマーシャルアーツといったものを見せたいと思います。スタンディングだけではない。レスリングもあれば、合気道、柔術、サブミッションをかけたい、そこから抜け出したいといったような非常にいろんな展開のある戦いを見せたいというふうに思っています。で、誰もが15分間ずっと攻撃し続けられるわけではありません。ただ自分にはその力があると、自分にはそれができるというふうに思っています。で、すべてがもういろいろブレンドされた戦い、真の MMA といったような戦いを見せたいというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございます。すみません、時間のお都合ですみません。以上でアーチュレッタ選手の試合前インタビューを終了させていただきます。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Stand up for